Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey, back with another video, and this video is going to be on Johnny Gaudreau and 5 potential trades for him. I want to say it right at the start of the video, I don't think Gaudreau is going to get traded, but on this channel, I make videos based on possibility. I think there's a possibility Gaudreau gets traded, and in two scenarios. One, if the Flames get an early exit in the playoffs again, they're going to make a huge move. I really believe that. And another aspect, Gaudreau has 2 years left on that contract, and if they get any sense that Gaudreau will not sign an extension and re-sign with the Flames, I could see them considering it. Maybe not this offseason, but I could see them considering it in the future. And maybe that's the near future. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, and I hope to see you going forward. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section below, what you think about these trades, what you think about the possibility of Johnny Gaudreau being traded, because there was a lot of heavy trade rumors when the Flames were struggling this season. So obviously they turned it around, they made the playoffs, and I think there's a conversation to be had. So let's get right into it, starting with the Buffalo Sabres. So I think for the Sabres, it's a very interesting conversation because I keep talking about the Sabres and I keep talking about how they're going to make a big move. So the Sabres are going to be in a lot of my videos just because it's really hard to predict what they're going to do. I think the Buffalo Sabres are an option for Gaudreau in the sense of, okay, the Flames probably need a guy on that right side defense. Sam Reinhart, RFA, it's a guy that maybe you take in this deal and give him a long-term contract, and he fits in that top six. Casey Millisat, I think, could be an option to be traded. First-round pick, potentially, prospect. So if I could throw a trade together, maybe it's Ristolainen and Reinhart and a prospect or pick for Gaudreau. Again, I'm just throwing something out there. I'm not saying that's the exact value or what would work. But in terms of the pieces that could go back to Calgary, it's this. And again, I'll make it clear, these are not the exact offers for Gaudreau. These are just kind of who they may acquire or the targets. All right, Philadelphia Flyers. So I kind of talked about a mock trade for Gaudreau involving Nolan Patrick, JVR, and Gosh Despair. I don't know if it's going to be exactly like that, but in around that, I think Nolan Patrick's a guy that is just a huge question mark and could be a high risk, high reward for the Calgary Flames if they were to acquire him. Be that guy behind Sean Monahan. Again, we're talking about Johnny Gaudreau, so you got to give huge incentive. You got to give a for sure to the Calgary Flames. So is that a first round pick on top of it, or is it a good prospect? Because we know the Flyers have multiple good prospects. Farabee, Frost. Not saying the Flyers are going to give up on those guys, but they have the pieces to get a trade like this done. Maybe Gaudreau just signs the Flyers when he becomes a UFA. But again, if the Flames sense that, then it might be a deal that happens. New York Islanders, Matthew Barzal 1-for-1. I think that's a huge hot take. I don't really see it going down. I just wanted to include it just for fun. But I think Matthew Barzal, we're going to make more videos on him because he is the best RFA this summer. Or I guess I shouldn't say this summer, this offseason because of the COVID in 2014 format. But for Beauvillier and Wahlstrom, I think those two guys, obviously the Islanders don't want to give up on Wahlstrom, but you're getting Johnny Gaudreau, so you'd have to give to get. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't really have a kind of set package on what the Islanders would have to give up for Gaudreau, but I think Lou Lamoriello would definitely be interested. Boston Bruins. So I think actually the Bruins is a very interesting one. The Bruins are trying to win now. Gaudreau's cap hit is very reasonable. It's a steal. It's an absolute steal of a contract. So I'm thinking Jake DeBrusk, a first-round pick, and another piece for Gaudreau. Man, I think the Boston Bruins should be all over that if it's a potential. And with Pasternak right now in his prime, Marchand only probably having I would say a few more good years or a couple of good years. Bergeron, same thing. Like, you're talking about a situation where you want to win now. I would make this trade in a heartbeat if I'm the Boston Bruins. And it's not just maybe that, but if it's Jake DeBrusk, a first-round pick, and a really decent prospect, maybe that's something that Flames consider as well, because you can sign Jake DeBrusk long-term. He's an RFA. You would have his rights. A first-round pick and a prospect, you'd have that. You would have that going forward, and DeBrusk can still be a very good top six forward. Maybe he develops with the Flames and becomes a good top-line forward. I think this is my favorite one. Out of mock trades that I've put together, I think this could be my favorite one. And again, do I want the Bruins to get Gaudreau? No, but respect to the Bruins fans and respect to this trade, because I think actually it's reasonable. And the New Jersey Devils. So Gaudreau is obviously from New Jersey area. If I'm talking about a potential mock trade, it would be something like Gusev, a first-round pick, and a very good prospect. I think that's just the mock trade I would put out there. Gusev, for me, can be a very good top six forward. He has that potential. And a first-round pick plus a prospect. I have Paul Mary in there because I think Paul Mary might get traded by the Devils. Could he necessarily go to the Flames? Maybe, but I think Palmieri could be traded this offseason. He's only got 1 year left on that contract, so definitely interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think, man, these are some good options. I would say my three favorites in terms of the trades, in terms of the opportunity, would be the Flyers, would be the Boston Bruins, and again, I think the New York Islanders. I think the Islanders, Lamoriello is going to be aggressive. We'll see what the Islanders do in this 2014 format, but I think there's options out there. I don't really have a set trade, like I said, for the Islanders, but those options for the Flyers and those options for the Boston Bruins, I think that DeBrus trade could actually make a lot of sense for both sides. So let me know what you think. Of course, please subscribe if you are new. Smash that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. This was John from RPO Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.